We're speaking with Michael Zukerman, Executive Director of Whitestone Realty Capital. Mr. Zukerman is a practicing New York attorney and one of the leading experts in commercial real estate law and finance, including the complex structures of the new market tax credits and historic tax credits programs. Mr. Zukerman has concentrated in the areas of real estate secured lending from both the lender and the borrower side, including real estate development and acquisitions. He has represented investment banks including Credit Suisse First Boston, Morgan Stanley, Paine-Webber Securities, Nomura Securities, Donaldson, Lufkin and Jenrette, and Daiwa Securities in conduit financing and interim financing. Mr. Zukerman's expertise also includes the representation of borrowers and lenders in all phases of dealing with troubled real estate, including loan workouts, foreclosures, and the ultimate disposition of real estate collateral acquired by lenders.
Okay.
Michael, you're Executive Director of Whitestone Realty Capital. How did you come by to start this company, and what's Whitestone Realty Capital's involvement in real estate development today?
In 1986, I was a practicing lawyer. And the firm I was with was falling apart. And I had an option of going to another firm or going into business as well. And a friend of mine approached me and he said, why don't we get into the finance business together? You have a lot of contacts in the finance business. I have a lot of contacts in the finance business. And we agreed together to form a company, which started in 1986. And we were partners in that company for approximately 6 years. And then he went his way and I went my way. And I started working in the commercial mortgage-backed securities area in the early 1990s and was involved in the first securitized transaction that was ever created, which was called MLG Properties. And I was the broker that put that deal together with Donaldson, Lufkin, Jenrette as the investor. And from there, I had an arrangement whereby I could secure financing, and I was very well connected with the commercial mortgage-backed securities business because I had done the first deal. A couple of people came to me about 6 months later and they wanted to create something called a conduit. And the first ever conduit that was ever created, we did, and we acted on that one as counsel in that transaction. And that transaction closed in 1992. As that business started to develop, I became quite adept at working as a lawyer in the commercial mortgage-backed securities, but I also had these contacts to place financing. And I had two clients and business people. One was two different shopping center operators. And we started doing a lot of commercial mortgage-backed securities. And the business started to grow, and I needed help. So I reached out to my cousin, Marty Zukerman. This was about 1995, 1996, to come and join. And he joined in 1995, 1996. And that's when we actually created Whitestone Realty Capital. Up until then, I had been just working as an individual in the business. In 1998, 1999, we were doing more business. And I had been working with a fellow by the name of Peter Griffith on and off over the years. And I had known Peter since 1982 when we had worked together to develop some hotel projects for a company that he worked for, and I invited him to join us. So in 1998, Peter joined us. As the business started to expand and we kept on doing more and more business, we needed more help, and I would say it was about 1993 that Gary Levine joined us. And I had been working with Gary, I'm going to say we started in 1988 when I was counsel to the company that he was working for, which was Prudential Bache Securities. Gary joined us in 2003, and he had brought with him extensive experience in the finance business. He had also been a REIT analyst with Joseph Thal, and he had also been a developer with Hovnanian Group. So he was a good addition to the group. Around 2005, we were introduced to a fellow by the name of Roger Rosen, who brought with him a construction expertise, and he joined the company, and provided us the ability to provide construction expertise and development expertise, and we began to sell that program as well and started to look into becoming a developer. And then after that, other people joined us, and today we've had a couple of people that joined us and left, and today there are 7 people who work in the company doing finance and development consulting, and we are doing a bunch of projects for other people as consultants. We're doing a bunch of projects as financial agents, arranging and intermediaries, arranging financing, arranging new market tax credits, arranging historic tax credits, arranging low-income tax credits, arranging various kinds of HUD financing. And we're doing all these programs. We've become adept at United States Immigration Service in the EB-5 program. We're using that for a bunch of developers. So the different techniques in order to survive and get financing today, we're very expert today at working with the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development and securing financing from HUD, securing financing from Ginnie Mae, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and all the different programs that the federal government has out there. We have done financings with the SBA, we've done financings with the United States Department of Agriculture, and today, unless you have the ability to work in those areas, it's almost impossible to find financing.
Today, Whitestone Realty Capital is a powerhouse of real estate, finance, development, and construction throughout the United States. Contact Whitestone Realty Capital at whitestonerealty.com.